Welcome to my Season 1 Lili guide. I've been playing Lili since Tekken 5 DR, and she's been my main ever since. So I'm very passionate about the character. I know quite a bit about her, and I spent a lot of time learning her in this game, so I'm very excited to teach you the ins and outs of Lili. I want to start with a general character overview, and then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty aspects of her. Lili is a versatile character that excels at defensive play through the utilization of her movement, strong punishment, and effective counter-hit tools. Lili is characterized by her movement and evasion. Her ballet and gymnastics background give her access to the best sidestep in the game. Defensively, use your sidestep to avoid incoming attacks. Offensively, use it to create whiffs on your plus frames. Outside of her sidestep, her unique stances like her do glide, crouch dash, and feisty rabbit give her even more evasion and movement options. Lili's jab strings received an upgrade in Tekken 8 with the advent of her new G-Clef 113. 113 is a -15 on block 3 hit string. The first two moves, 1-1, put you into back turn, allowing you to establish your mix-up. However, if your opponent starts interrupting you during your stance transition, you can press 3 at the end of your string. The final hit will counter-hit launch your opponent if they press, at the risk of being launched if they block. The rest of her jab strings are pretty standard, with a 1-2 that's +8 on hit. It has two follow-ups in 1-2-3, a -13 low, and 1-2-4, a mid option that you can be floated out of if your opponent jabs. Finally, her 2-4 string is a safe high string that wall splats. It's important to note that your 1 and 2 jabs leave you at +1, setting up frame traps with down forward 1, down forward 4, down forward 3, and forward 4, meaning any time that you jab, it's still your turn. Next, her punishment is some of the best in the game. Her aforementioned 1-1 string is her ideal 10-frame punish leading into back turn. 2-4 is another 10-frame punish that will wall splat and wall break instead of putting her into stance. Forward 2-3 is her 12-frame punish that can wall splat from far away. 1+2 is a 12-frame arc blast that sends your opponent full screen. And her most interesting punish is her 13-frame back 2-1. Back 2-1 is unique because it can put her into do glide by holding forward or back turn by holding back. This means her mix-up potential is doubled in exchange for low damage. Lili's grabs are pretty standard. She has the traditional 1 or 2 and 1+2 breaks. However, her 1+3 break does break floors, and she can grab from back turn. Lili has 5 heat engagers, a mid-whiff punish in 3-1, a long-range tracking move in 3+4, a mid-string in quarter circle forward 2-1, an 8-frame double high in back turn 1-4, and a long-range mid and feisty rabbit 2. Here are some guaranteed heat engager situations. Lili, like most stance characters, has 2 heat smashes. Her front turn heat smash is very damaging, homing and causes a floor break on hit, and leaves you in back turn for a mix-up. However, it is slow at nearly 30 frames of startup, it is a high with a fairly inconsistent hitbox, and her mix-up on block is interruptible. Her second heat smash is from back turn. It's a fast low that wall splats and leaves you in stance. It is a little bit difficult to use as you need to already be in her back turn in order to use it, and it is very minus on block if your opponent managed to block it. In heat, Lili's quarter circle forward 1-4 and forward forward 3+4 are empowered, giving you +7 stagger on block. Additionally, her double feisty rabbit, which is performed by holding back 3 or 4, will also recharge her heat gauge. On to Lili's key moves. This is the real substance and meat and potatoes of this character. I think I want to start with back 1. Back 1 is a mid combo and counter hit tool ideally used at range 2. It has a 17 frame startup and is -6 on block. Landing the attack does 16 damage. Remember that Lili is a counter hit character, so most of her important moves have counter hit properties, and back 1 is no exception. On hit, back 1 can be confirmed into a mid heat engager. Her 10 frame punish, her 12 frame punish, or a high pressure attack.
After 3+4 on counter hit, you're at +17, which allows for a Feisty Rabbit mix-up between Feisty Rabbit 3, a low sweep, and her mid heat engager in Feisty Rabbit 2.
Forward 4 is one of Lili's most iconic moves, fully embodying her ideal game plan. Unlike other long-range counter-hit pokes, Lili's forward 4 is safe on block at -9. Dealing 23 damage, the long-range mid-poke serves as a counter-hit launcher, leading into a full combo. Quarter Circle Forward 3+4 has been integral to her offense since Tag 2, operating as a high-pressure tool. Used from ranges 1 to 2, the quick 12-frame move allows Lili to stack plus frames to continue her turn. Counter hit gives you additional frames, which allows you to follow up with a grab, down forward 1, or establish your Feisty Rabbit mix-up. This also applies to the counter hit back 1 forward 3+4 situation. On hit or block, it's still your turn, so most moves will frame trap your opponent. Down forward 3 has a similar use to quarter circle forward 3+4, but works as her power mid she mixes with her potent lows. Down forward 3 has a 20 frame startup and grants 3 frames on block. On counter hit, a full combo is guaranteed. Similarly to quarter circle forward 3+4, this means that it's still your turn, allowing for a down forward 1 or down 1. Quarter circle forward 3 is a mid combo tool with a 17 frame startup, making it viable for whiff punishment as well. Unfortunately, with heavy damage and great utility comes 11 frames of recovery on block. Down forward 3+4 has been one of Lili's key moves since her inception. While the move does force her into back turn on hit or block, it is safe at -4. The long range mid launcher works great as a whiff punisher and combo filler. Down 3 is Lili's main poke. Stretching halfway across the screen, the move is fast at 19 frames, dealing 14 damage. It's an incredibly minimal commitment low, being -12, and grants unique counter hit properties, allowing you the frames to mix your opponent up with a low, mid, or grab.
Lili's stances are an essential aspect of her character, and the ability to utilize them properly is what elevates a good Lili player to a great Lili player.
So she has 3 main stances. Her do glide stance is used for movement and pressure. Her back turn stance is used for mix-up, and her Feisty Rabbit stance is used for movement and mix-up. So as you can see, this gives her quite a versatile toolkit to pull from. So knowing which stance to use when and how to use them is going to be very important. So starting first with her do glide, it's a forward advancing stance performed by doing just a quarter circle forward that gives Lili access to unique moves only found within do glide. Some notable moves are 1-2, which is -14 on block, but does work as her neutral snipe. It also can be staggered for a counter hit launch. As we previously mentioned, quarter circle forward 3+4, quarter circle forward 2-1 her heat engager, and 1+2 her power crush. Lili can also perform a technique called a do glide cancel. This basically just means that you cancel the animation of your do glide halfway through, and then you get access to regular moves found in her regular move list. It's quite simple after some time of doing it. I think it honestly just requires practice and consistency. When you do your quarter circle forward, on that last forward, you want to go into neutral, so don't press anything, tap up, and for me, I find it easier to press back. So the easiest moves to practice this with is forward 3, and back 1 as they both go into do glide. And the movement is going to be on the left. So obviously your do glide cancel is going to increase your combo versatility, as it's reliant to do a lot of your heat bursts and your back 1 cancels that are going to be found in her combos. But it is also important for your pressure, as it allows you to loop moves that you're not going to be able to loop regularly, and stack the plus frames that you get from doing a do glide. So when I do back 1, you can see I'm at +2, but when I do back 1 into do glide, I'm at +8. If I wanted to keep my pressure up on my opponent, I could do back 1 into a do glide cancel, and then before they could respond, because I'm +8, I could insert a down forward 1, and if they press into that, I get counter hit properties on that. And this basically just ends up being looped into different moves just to keep your turn. And it really helps just to be able to understand this, because going to immediately increase your ability to be able to mix up your opponent in neutral, and also just give you access to different combo routes. And there are specific videos on it. I highly recommend, if y'all want a video on it specifically, I can cover it. But it is sort of niche. It starts to apply around like purple or blue for Lili, but it is very important. Here are some moves that transition into do glide. Lili's back turn stance gives her access to her best mix-up potential. You can manually press back 3+4, or you can use one of these options to enter her back turn stance. Once in back turn, Lili has access to power mids like 1+2 or 3-4, highs that beat mashing like 1-2 and 1-4, and relatively low commitment lows like down 2 and down 4. Lastly, Lili's Spicy Rabbit works as a slower, larger sidestep and as a mix-up tool. Pressing back 3 or back 4 or holding either input will put you into Feisty Rabbit. From that point, she has a mid safe heat engager in 2 and a low sweep that's -13 in 3. Feisty Rabbit can only be transitioned out of one attack, which is quarter circle 4 at 3+4. And it's her only stance that can be looped with the other ones. So in back turn, you can go into Feisty Rabbit, and out of do glide you can go into Feisty Rabbit. Here are some common frame traps. Lili's wall game has changed quite a bit since Season 1. Since her quarter circle 4-3 doesn't have the same effect on the wall anymore, Lili mains have had to get creative about the ways that we approach our wall combos. First, there's other options other than steel petals that we can do as Lili players on the wall. There's still down forward 3+4, which puts you in a pretty good position to mix up your opponent immediately since you're in back turn. And if the combo is off axis in literally any way, your opponent usually is going to get up in a back turn state, and they're going to not have fun at all.
With quarter circle forward 3 being out of the game, 1-1-3 and full crouch down forward 1 are your best options. Of course, there's other options like her wall grab, and her quarter circle forward 2-1 that are still viable alternatives as they leave your opponent face down, head towards, limiting their wake up options.
So honestly, we did receive a pretty drastic nerf, and in my opinion, this just looks stupid. Like the way that their body flies away doesn't make any sense. But there's still a lot of things that Lili can do against the wall, which are really disgusting and really scary for your opponent to have to respond to.
While your opponent is at the wall, you should try to apply pressure by using moves like quarter circle forward 1-4 in heat, forward forward 3+4 in heat, down forward 3, and you should be fishing for a counter hit forward 1+2 into 1+2 as it wall splats leading into a full combo. As your opponent is waking up from their grounded position, you can enter back turn or feisty rabbit to apply a mid-low mix-up. And remember, your feisty rabbit can be cancelled into do glide for another layer of mix-up. Lili's standard combo enders are forward forward 3, forward 1-4, forward forward 3, forward 1-2, and back to 1, forward 1-4. Some of her spike combo enders include forward forward 3, 3+4, forward 3+4, and down forward 3+4, 3+4. Let's take a look at some of Lili's bread and butter combos. I wanted to give y'all a breakdown of an actual match so that you can see these moves in action and you know how to apply them a little bit better. This is just a random ranked match from 2 to 3 months ago, and I figured it was good because we are both playing Lili. Okay, so starting, you can see me start with the back 1 and immediately do glide cancel it into down 1-2, and I'm using a lot of those lows from my back turn stance. Again, more back 1s. I used quarter circle forward 1 and canceled it into back turn, and then from back turn I did a grab, and then I finished her off with my 1-1 10 frame punish. She's looking for a counter hit forward 4, and I punish her down 1-2, mess up the combo as usual. She's pressuring with quarter circle forward 3+4,
I'm able to duck her wall rising 1-2 and I get my combo. I use the combo finisher forward forward 3, hold forward 1-2. Good interrupt with 1-1-3, which is a full confirmed counter hit string. Again, using back 1 in neutral. There was an attempt there to use down forward 3+4. And she hits me with a counter hit forward 4. She uses her 3-1 heat engager to enforce a mix-up on me, but I'm able to block it. I'm using back 1 here at the wall to pressure her. I'm able to punish that armor move with a 1-1, and I finish it off by hitting her in the back with down 2-2.